Drive it harder.
Snare snaps tight with a metal glare. Patterns twist deep in the heated air. Voices crack through in a ghosted call, filling every corner of the hall. Tension bends the signal till it screams, waiting as the floor splits at the seams. Limiter break guy. Limiter break guy. Limiter break. Limiter break. Limit up. Break up. Limit up. Break. Unfold again.
Shadows pulse deep in the circuit glow. Bassline cracks where the currents flow. Synth lines twist in a double helix run, dragging every heartbeat into one. Broken signals rise in a coded frame, counting down the seconds to the flame. Voltage breaker, tearing through the night, cutting every waveform out of sight. Riding on the rush of a titan spark, keeping all the static in the dark. Voltage breaker, running with the charge, breaking every limit in the bar. Brick hit, push it harder. Break, break, split the armor. Kick burst sharp like a tether snap. Patterns fold tight in a feedback trap. Voices glitch through the crystal haze, shifting every motion in the maze. Broken signals rise in a coded up, ignite again.
Non-signals trace across the floor. Bass slams heavy through the open door. Leads flick sparks in a narrow ring, pulling every movement to the spring. Lines of static pulsing coded flow, counting down the seconds till it blows. Shadow circuit, twisted in the dark, lighting up the edges with the flashing mark. Spinning through the noise with a razor tone, hunting for the beat like it's my own. Shadow circuit wired through the night, running every rhythm into life. Shadow circuit. Feel it tighter. Shadows. Voltage brighten. Shadows. Voltage brighten. Drums roll sharp in a double stride. Pattern shift deep like a breaking tide. Voices sweep in a grainy flare, pulling distant echoes through the air. Lines of static pulsing coded flow, counting down the seconds till it blows. Charge, Jan. Shadow. Shadow.
Bass cuts deep like a sharpened line. Kicks roll tight in a double time. Lips and slice in a rapid sweep, pulling every motion from the deep. Tension coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse tearing through the light, driving every echo into flight. Running on a beat that splits the air, carving out a rhythm sharp and rare. Razor pulse burning through the core, leaving every limit on the floor.
Slash, turn it higher. Cut, feed the fire.
Roll in a slicing pace, patterns twist hard in the shifting space. Voices crackle in a fractured call, holding every second in a thrall. Tension coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse. Razor pulse. Bassline jumps like a loaded wire. Kicks hit hard with a rising fire. Synth leads twist in a looping spin, dragging every heartbeat further in. Pressure climbing fast beneath the skin, waiting for the break to pull me in. Voltage runner, sparking through the night, cutting through the rhythm like a blade of light. Racing with a pulse that never slows, following the beat wherever it goes. Voltage runner, voltage runner, running on the heat. Runner, breaking every limit in the beat. Runner, drop titch. Run, push it higher. Break, fuel the fire. Hi-hats race in a shattered line. Patterns fold tight as they realign. Voices slice in a glitching haze, locked into the tempo's rapid blaze. Pressure climbing fast beneath the skin, waiting for the break to pull me in. Voltage runner, bunner, 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 bunner. Voltage runner. the tone, waiting for the drop to take the throne. Hyperdrift. Midnight trigger. Low hits thrum like a hidden blade. Bassline moving in a tight cascade. Leads pulse quick in a strobing chain, pulling every heartbeat through the frame. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, firing through the dark, hitting every rhythm with a burning mark. Running on a beat that cuts too fast, dragging every second till it's past. Midnight trigger, locked into the heat, breaking all the tension in the beat. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Higher, 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 higher. Snare snaps hard like a racing spark. Patterns fall tight in the glowing dark. Voices shift in a glitching haze, setting every element ablaze. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Hit higher, 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 higher. Midnight trigger. Bass shakes wild in a trembling crawl. Kicks hit fierce like a sudden